Hi, welcome to WikiTechie and Kashiv Infotech. So I'm going to talk about a very important area, that's Infosys. Infosys is one of the fantastic and wonderful company, and it's one of the fastest growing company in India. So it focuses on information technology as the mainstream. And apart from that, Infosys, we talk about Infosys, you got the basics of the technical interview will be there, and you'll be having coding interview questions, HR interview questions, interview puzzles and everything. So these are the areas Infosys, like an interview for Infosys is handled. For Infosys, we got freshers and experienced candidates. If you're an experienced guy, you got one technical round and HR round. It can be a two technical round also. Whereas for the freshers, you got a written test and a technical round and a HR round. Okay, so in that freshers interview itself, so if it is a grade A colleges like NITs and topmost colleges like IITs, they'll be having a written round and followed by a HR interview. But for the grade B and grade C colleges, you'll be having a written round, technical interview and HR interview. So it depends on the colleges, so the number of rounds is differed. Okay, so let's move on to the interview questions. So before that, my name is Venkat. I'm a Microsoft Most Valuable Professional Award winner, and apart from that, I'm a job trainer and a job consultant and a software trainer. I'm guiding the students towards technology. If you're looking for a career or if you need a transformation in your life, you can contact me. I'm ready to help you. So let's move on to the technology now. The first question is define OOPS concept from Java. So Java is one of the major language used in creating application development, and it's like a single language which can be executed in multiple environment, a cross-platform compatibility guy. Okay, so they're asking a simple question like, what are the OOPS concept available in Java? The basic OOPS concept is like object-oriented programming concept is like encapsulation, so covering up of data, a capsule, polymorphism in different formats, abstraction, so defining the structure, not the exact definitions, and inheritance. So these are the major areas available. So let's move on to the explanation. So these are the different stages of object-oriented programming. So the one is encapsulation, followed by inheritance, followed by abstraction, and finally it's polymorphism. Okay, so what do you mean by abstraction? Abstraction, you are able to see there is an outer layer and doesn't have anything. Okay, there is an outer layer, doesn't have anything, it covers it. So they call it as abstraction. Okay, so you are able to see the employee class will have calculate salary method definition. It doesn't have any details, only the definition, the declaration of the definition. Over here, the same calculate salary method implementation is given in this class. And in this class, the method implementation is there. So define it in the top and implementation in the bottom. Okay, they call it as abstract class. Okay, you are able to see it here. So there is a class electronic, you got the abstract, and over here I got the abstract method. So this method got something here, this method got something here, this method got something here, but this guy don't have anything because it's an abstract method. Abstract method. Over here, public class toaster extends electronic. So electronics is the class, so this is the child. Okay, so over here you are able to see abstract class will have a method definition and the implementation is here in the child class. The same thing is given. So abstract class will have the method here, no implementation areas, and over here same operate, you are able to see it here in operate. So class of toaster extends electronic. So electronic is a father and he is a child, and operate you got some methods. Same iPod extends electronic, and you got the method with implementation. This is how your abstraction is. So define it and don't implement it, that's abstraction. Encapsulation in the sense a class will have methods and members or functions. So methods and variables. Okay, so if you want to see the class methods and variables, it is enclosed in a capsule. Okay, I want to access it, sir. In that case, create an object and access it. Okay, that's called encapsulation. You are able to see a class, a public class vehicle. This is vehicle is a class name, and this is called access specifier or access modifier. And here is the class members, and here is the class methods, and this is the body of the class. They call it as encapsulation. So hiding its data, hiding the data and not showing exactly what in it. And only if you want to check it out, create an object for this vehicle and access it. Now The next one is inheritance. Inheritance is like from the child I got a father. So from the father I got some child. You are able to see this is how the inheritance are. This is referred to as inheritance. This is one class, another class, combine it, I got my childs here. Okay, here is an example. Class A data is equal to 10. Class B extends A. A is the father, B is the child. Okay, public void display. So over here I declare the data with initialize the data and I am trying to print it. Now I created an object for class B and accessing the method. So in this program what happened is like, so I create an object for this class and call the methods in this class. Automatically this guy turns call this guy. Okay, this is how your inheritance are. So varieties of inheritance are there. From one class to another class is a single inheritance. From one class to another class to class it's multi-level inheritance. From one class multiple people are coming, it's hierarchical. And one to multiple inheritance, from multiple people it's coming, and I got two persons from here, it's another two, it's hybrid inheritance. There are varieties of inheritance techniques are there. Okay, and the final one is like a polymorphism existing in different formats. So I created a shape, based on the shape it's automatically modified. Okay, they call it as polymorphism. So polymorphism, it can be an operator polymorphism or a function polymorphism. So I'll tell you a simple example. Over here I got a draw method. Okay, the return type, the draw method is returning void, and what is the parameter? No parameter here. Okay, same function, same draw method is here with parameter and no return type. Okay, so same method, same name, but different arguments or different return type, they called it as polymorphism, and this one is specifically function polymorphism. Okay, now let's move on to the question number 2, that's what is DDL. So data definition language. If we talk about database, it got data manipulation language. So here is the one, data definition language, here is the one, data control language, here is the one, and your transaction control language, that's these are the things. So data definition language will have create, alter, drop, truncate can be a DML. Okay, so create, drop and alter. Okay, so create, so it's generating to create a new table, this is altering the table, and finally this one is to remove the table. Okay, here is the syntax, create, table, table name, column name, so bracket, column name and the data type. This is how you are able to create a table. Okay, so if you want to alter a table, alter, table, table name, add, what do you want to add? So I want to add a primary key for the table artist, the primary key name is wikiteki_pk. Okay, this is how you are able to alter a table. And if you see, you are able to see here, alter table, table name, add constraint. This is how your alter is working. So there is a alteration table we can do by referring the next table. So considering I got two tables created, one table got a primary key, the other table is going to refer this table, they call it as foreign key. In that case, I want to alter this table to create a foreign key based on the primary key table, primary key of that particular table. In that case, alter table, table name, add constraint, constraint name. This is your foreign key, this is the key in this table and it's referring another table artist and the column name is wikiteki ID. This is how you are able to alter the table to create a constraint based on the other table, and the constraint name is foreign key constraint. Now finally, if you don't want the table, drop the table, drop table wikiteki, so automatically the table is dropped. You may ask me a question like what kind of company we are running. My company name is Cashew Infotech. So this company is focusing on in-plant training, internships for the degree studying people, degree completed students, freshers and experienced people. If you are looking for a job or searching for a job, or like if you want internship or something like that, just contact us. And apart from that, I'm conducting lots of courses here. You're able to see my courses here. Okay, we are conducting weekday and weekend courses. You can contact us. We are ready to help you. What is normalization? So normalization, what is it? So normalization is the standard of creating the tables or designing your database based on a certain technique. So I'm going to show you a very simple example. Smith is a person, his date of birth is 1, and he got these subjects and what is a grade. And there is another guy White, I got this data, so I want to put it in a table. You are able to see it here. So Smith got database soft dev and this one Smith and his date of birth, so his ID and everything, and these three like subjects with the grades and everything. And if there is a White, there is a guy is there. So for White I got two columns, so this is the one. So White, you got the date of birth and everything is here, okay. Now I got the data of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 5, so I got 25 data stored. Instead, can we, like, the reason is like over here you are able to see the data is duplicated, the data is getting duplicated. Can we resolve this kind of issue? Okay, so I want to minimize the data redundancy. Redundancy is nothing but duplication of data. In the case, I can go with this kind of concept. I created two tables, one is the person table and the other one is like subject table. I made a relationship between these two columns. Okay, Smith is the person and date of birth, and White is the person, date of birth, everything is given. Okay, I gave this ID here, I am referencing this one. So a primary key table and a foreign key table. Over here I got savings of, I got 6 data here, and 3 into 5 it's a 15. So the total is 21 data over here, and over here is 25 data. For 2 persons, for very minimum of 5 subjects, I got a savings of 4 data. This concept is referred to as normalization. Okay, let's move on to the normalization definitions and everything. So no redundancy of data and logicless data dependencies. So this is how normalization is done to divide the database into tables. Okay, there are varieties of databases like a normalization available. The one is like if there is a normal table is called unnormalized form. On top of it I can apply first normal form, second, third, BCNF, fourth and fifth. So these are all varieties of normalization techniques we will be using it. Here is the first normal form. So over here you are able to see I got the Thomas Mueller and Java. See, everything is here. After the first normal form you are able to see it here. So I made the data. So the point is like make the value as atomic. Okay, these are the definition, just learn it. And over here I can teach you a very simplified format. You are able to see it here. So I got my customer ID, these things and these things, everything is here. Okay, so step 1 I got this data. Instead of writing this kind of data, why can't we create another column? I created another column, I put the data here. So this is how I am able to do it. Okay, so I created 4031659. I don't want the telephone number 3. Okay, so it no need. So I created another column, put this data here. So no duplicate rows, no repeating groups, and maintaining atomicity. That's the key point of first normal form. Okay, let's move on to the second normal form. So it should be satisfying first normal form and does not have partial dependency. You are able to see like I got my ID and the last name, and I got the ID professor's ID and this one. These two people are like they are different. So why can't I like separate this one, the professor in a separate table? I got a student table, a professor table and a grade table. Okay, should not have partial dependency. So these two people are not dependent. Okay, are not dependent, so remove it. So this is how your second normal form. You are able to see it here. So I have shown previously itself. Okay, so the general normalization format, this is the second normal form, because I have segregated the ID, name and date of birth are closely related, and your subject and grade is closely related with ID. Okay, should be obey one normal form, and it should be like non-key attribute should be fully functional dependent on the whole key. So that's the one for second normal form. Whereas the third normal form satisfies second normal form and does not have transitive dependency. Okay, that's the one. Over here I got ID, name, account number, bank code number and bank. So bank code number and bank is related. Okay, so for that bank we got a bank code number. So in the case separate it. It does not have transitive dependency. So that's the one. Okay, over here tournament year, winner, winner date. So winner and winner date are closely related, move it. So tournament, year and winner and his date of birth. Okay, because this guy's date of birth is getting repeated, so remove it. So should obey third normal form, maintain transitive dependency using non-prime attributes. That's the definition. Let's move on to the Boyce and code normal form. Boyce code normal form. In Boyce code normal form, instead of showing this one, let me go back to my example. See, I got my A1 pizza here. Thick crust, stuffed crust, Springfield, shell by file, Springfield, shell by file is there. Okay, so A1 pizza, thick crust will be available in Springfield and also in shell by. You are able to see A1 pizza is available in these two formats in these two places. This pizza, okay, so now, so this pizza, maybe like I need to further dig it. A1 pizza will be available in thick crust format and stuffed crust format in Springfield and shell by while. Okay, if you got this kind of data, a multi-valued dependency, in that case divide it. So A1 pizza versus a pizza variety, A1 pizza restaurant versus the delivery area. So divide this table if you have multiple multi-valued dependency. Let me repeat if you couldn't understand. Okay, see, A1 pizza is here, A1 pizza is here. So all this data are same, this data is same, it got thick crust and stuffed crust and located in Springfield and shell by while. So this got a multi-valued dependency. In that case, divide the table like this. That's your fourth normal form. And here is the final normal form. I got a data. You are able to see I got a property. And this guy got bed, item description, supplier is this guy. So S1 supplies bed, S2 supplies chair, S2 supplies bed. In the case S1, so S2 supplies bed to PG16. If it is an illegal state, automatically make it as a legal state. Okay, you are able to see S2 is supplying bed to this guy. So obviously S2 should supply bed to PG4 also. Okay, so S1 is supplying bed and P4 to PG4. Okay, automatically this is referred to as fifth normal form. Let's move on to the question 4, the program to implement pointers in C. What is a pointer? Q is the variable 20. Automatically the address of the variable is called as address, it's called as pointer. Okay, so let's move on to the program quickly. You are able to say Q is equal to 20, the 20 is the value and pointer is 4500, that's the pointer. The 20 is located in this address. To put this address, it's ampersand of Q. Ampersand of Q is nothing but your address, or address of Q is called denoted by ampersand, and value of pointer, value of the address is given by star pointer. So I got this pointer and a Q declaration, and ampersand of Q, the value of 20 should be placed in this pointer. I am trying to print the address of the variable pointer and address of Q pointer. So pointer like directly the address and the value in the address. Okay, here is the program. I am trying to show it. I got my star pointer, Q is equal to 20. So address of the Q is assigned to pointer. Now I am giving address of the Q variable pointer. So this will give the address, and star PTR will give the value 20. Star PTR will give the value 20. Okay, so this is a program. I am going to compile it and run it. You are able to see address of Q variable is minus 20 and value of Q variable is equal to 20. Okay, so 20 is the number, it's located in minus 12 address. Okay, that's the answer. So you may ask me a question like, sir, I want lots and lots of Infosys interview questions, where I can get it? Over here, wikidigi.com/interview questions/Infosys-interview questions and answers. Here is the link, and if you are looking for more videos, go to our channel Wikidigi Code. You get thousands of videos of technological content. Let's move on to the question. A dishonest dealer professes to sell his foods at the cost price, but uses a weight of 800 kg instead of 1 kg. Find his real gain percentage. See, I got 1000 kg, I want to give it to the people. Instead of 1000 kg, I got only 800 gram and I put it and cheated the guy. In that case, what is the real gain percentage? That's the question. Okay, so the formulation is percentage gain is equal to true weight minus false weight divided by the false weight into 100. So manipulating this one, you'll be getting the answer as 25%. Okay, let's move on to the next question. A sum of money lent out at simple interest amounts to rupees 720 after 2 years and 1020 after further period of 5 years. The sum and rate of the percentage are what? That's the question. See, actually, like in 2 years, I got some money of 720 rupees, and in 5 years is 1020. Okay, so interest in 3 years is 1020 minus 720. It should be like this. Okay, so this one minus this one, I should make something like that. Okay, let's see. So amount after 2 years is 720 rupees. After 7 years is 1000. After 7 years, yeah, because 2 plus 5, and after a further period of, you should be really careful. Okay, so it's not 5 years, it's a 7 years. You got 1070. Okay, because 2 years plus 5 years, you got 7 years. Okay, so interest for the 5 years is like a minus this one, you got 300. For 1 year is 300 divided by 5, you got 60 rupees. Every year I got 60 rupees. So interest for 2 years is 120 rupees. So 720 minus 120, you got the principal amount. So he invested 600 rupees. In 2 years, he got the interest of 120 rupees. Simple interest is equal to P into R into T. So 120 is equal to principal. So interest 120, principal to 600 into R into the year is 2 divided by 100. You got the answer as R equal to the rate is 10%. So 600 principal and 10% is the amount. A train was 90 km per hour, crosses a bridge in 36 seconds. Another train 100 meters shorter. Considering I got 500 meters of a train A, the B train is 400 meters because 100 meters shorter, small guy, crosses the same bridge at 45 km per hour. What is the time taken by the second train to cross the bridge? That's the question. Okay, so here is the question. The time taken is 36 seconds. Over here, what is the time? So over here, a train with a 90 km per hour. Since the answer is in seconds, I want to convert into seconds. So meter per second. So into 5 divided by 18, 90 into 5 divided by 18 meter per second. Kilometer per hour can be converted like this. You got the speed as 25 meter per second. Okay, so 25 meter per second, this guy crossed. So it's 90 kilometer and 45. So 25 divided by 2 meter per second. So we can directly do it. We don't want to calculate here. We can directly do it. 90 kilometer speed, 90 km per hour, and this one is 45. So 25 meter per second and 25 divided by 2 because it's half. Okay. So the time taken is 36 seconds. The time taken is 36 seconds to cross the bridge. So the length is equal to time into speed. You got 25 into 36 is 900 meter. The train B is of length like a 900 minus 100 is 800 meter. And the speed is 45 into 5 by 8 is 25 by 2. And T is equal to distance divided by, so distance divided by speed. Obviously, I got the speed as 25 divided by 2 and the length is 800. 800 divided by 25 divided by 2, you got the answer 64 seconds. So it will be crossing the bridge in 64 seconds. So that's the answer. Ramesh travels 760 km to his home, partly by train and partly by car. He takes 8 hours if he travels 160 km by train and rest by car. Okay, he takes 12 minutes more if he travels 240 km by train and the rest by car. What is the speed of the train and of the car? That's the question. Let's move back and see it here. So distance traveled by train is equal to 160 km. Okay, so he is traveling 160 km and the rest by car. Okay, and he took 8 hours to travel. So 760, 160. So train is 160. 760 minus 160 is almost 500 or 600. 600 by car. Okay, so 760 minus 160, 600. So train 160 kilometer, car 600 kilometer. So distance divided by speed plus distance divided by speed is equal to distance by train by speed of the train, distance by car divided by speed of the car, so is equal to the total time. So almost you got this equation. And if you talk about the previous one, he took 12 minutes more if he travels 240 kilometer by train. So among 760, 240 by train and rest by car. Obviously what we have to do is like, so 240 divided by x is the speed of the car plus 760 minus 240, the distance by car divided by y is equal to, and it took 12 minutes extra. So 8 plus 12 divided by 60 to convert it to hour, because it's 8 hours. So 8 hours. So solving this one, I got this equation. Over here, multiply the equation 1 into 3. 1 into 3, I got 480 divided by x plus this one. This is 1. And over here, the equation 2 by 2. So multiply by 2, I got this equation. Okay. So minus this one. So equation 2 divided by equation 1. Equation 2 divided by equation 1, you got this one. So 1 by 2. 1, this is equation 1, this is equation 1, minus 2. So 1 minus 2, you got this one. Okay, solving this one, I got the y is equal to 100. So the speed of the car is 100. Solving this one, so putting in this equation, y is equal to 100, I want to calculate x. Okay, solving this one, you got 6, 160 divided by x plus 6, and solving this one, you got the answer as 20. The speed of the car is 100 and speed of the train is 80 km per hour. So that's the answer. Some students planned a picnic. The budget for the food was ₹500, but 5 of them failed to go. Oops. I got some students, in that case like some 5 people didn't come for the picnic, and the cost of the food, so I need to, like, the cost of the food is increased by ₹5. So the food budget is ₹500, but the new budget is 500 plus 5, so almost 505. How many students attend the picnic? That's the question. Let's solve it. Okay, so budget of the each student is equal to 500. It's a kind of an average. 500 divided by x. X is the number of students. Students who attend the picnic is x minus 5. The new budget is 500 divided by x minus 5. Okay, that's the new budget. So old budget, new budget minus old budget is equal to 5 for each number. So solving this equation, you will be getting the answer as, the answer is 20. Okay, you will be getting the answer as 20. So solving this equation, you will be getting the answer as 20. Okay, so that's the answer. Let's move on to the next question. After being set up, a company manufactured 6,000 scooters in the 3rd year. So in the 3rd year, they will be getting 6,000 scooters. 7th year, they got 7,000 scooters. 10th year, what is the one? So this is kind of an arithmetic progression. So we need to put the formula of arithmetic progression. So assuming that the production increases uniformly, arithmetic progression by a fixed number every year, what is the production in the 10th year? That's the question. Okay, here is the formulation. So arithmetic progression, Tn is equal to a plus n minus 1 into d. So what is the Tn? So it's 6,000 is equal to a plus the number of years 3 minus 1 into d. You got the first equation. Same thing, I am solving it is 7,000 plus a plus n into 6 minus 1 into d. I got this equation. Okay, so 2 minus 1, a get cancelled. I got 4d is equal to 1000. So d is equal to 1000 divided by 4d. So obviously d is equal to 250. How I got the 250? Oh, sorry. I got it. So this number is not there. Sorry, this d is not here. So it's a mistake. Okay, 1000 divided by 4, you got the answers for 250. Obviously, like what I have to do is like in this one. So I try to find the value of a. So solving this equation, put the value as d is equal to 250, you got the answer a is equal to 500. So T of 10, okay, what could be the like production amount? T of 10 is equal to a plus n minus 1, it's a 10, minus 1 is 9, into D 250, you got the answer as 7,750. So that's the number of vehicles created. Let's move on to the next question. The average score of the boys in an examination in a school is 71 and that of the girls is 73. What is the average score of the school? The average score of the school is 71.8. The ratio of the number of boys to that number of girls that appeared in the examination is what? That's the question. Okay, so average in the sense the number of girls into 71. Oh, I got the same. Total average is equal to 71 is the average of boys, x, and average of girls 73 into y divided by the total number of students. I got the value 71.8. So solving this equation, you will be getting 0.8 x is equal to 1.2 y. So x divided by y is equal to 1.2 divided by 0.8. It indicates 12:8. That's nothing but 3:2 is the ratio. So 3:3, if the 3 boys are there, 2 girls will be there. So that's the ratio of the number of boys versus girls. The mean monthly salary paid to 75 workers in a factory is 765680. The total is mean is like a 75 workers. So 5680 divided by 75 is the average salary given to the employees. The mean salary of 25 of the people is a 5,400. So 25 into 5,400 will give the total amount. The 30 is of 5,700. So among 75, 25, 30, the remaining 20 people's salary is what? That's the question. Over here, the total salary of 75 employees is 75 into this one. I got this value. The mean salary of 25 is 25 into 5,400. I got this value. And 30 into 5,700, you got this value. So total value minus this one, you got the, so 75 workers minus 25 workers minus 30 workers, you will get the 20 workers value. I got this one. So divided by 20, you got the mean salary of 20 workers is 6,000 each. You may ask me a question, what kind of company we are running? Our company Kasha Infotech, we are conducting in-plant training and internship for the students, for the degree studying people, degree completed people, freshers and experienced people. And over here, like I'm conducting lots and lots of technological courses in the weekends at a very cheaper cost. I'm the trainer, I'm guiding the people. If you're looking for a job or if you need any guidance, you can contact me. Let's move on to the next question. It's just watch it. Meantime, I'll take some water. A sum of rupees 25 was paid for a work which A can do it in 32 days. So he took 32 days to finish a work. Okay, so for which A can do in 32 days, B in 20 days, B and C in 12 days and D in 24 days. How much did C will receive if all the 4 work together? Okay, that's the question. Okay, so this work and this work and this work and this work. Okay, the total amount is 25 rupees. Okay, this is a complicated problem. Okay, A is 1 day work. 1 day work is like, so A can do it in 32 days. 1 by 32 you can finish it in 1 day. 1 by 20 or D is 124, 1 by 24. So B plus C's work is 1 by 12 and B's work is 20. So obviously C's work, 1 day work is equal to 1 by 12 minus 1 by 20. B plus C minus B, you will get C. You got 1 by 30. So C can finish the work in 30 days. Okay, so A is to B is to C is to D, you got this one. Solving this equation, you got 5 by 32. That's the ratio. So overall, I'm adding this one, sorry, plus, it's not is to, so add this one. Here is the overall work. For the overall work, this guy got, and the total sum is 25 rupees. If this guy can do this work, how much money he will earn? So work done by an individual divided by work done by everyone into the total amount. That's the amount for individual. So 1 by 30 divided by 32, for 5 by 32, 5 by 32 into 5, you got 32 divided by 5, you got the answer 16 divided by 3. The answer is 16 divided by 3 is the answer. A man sold 2 steel chairs for rupees 500 each. He sold 2 steel chairs. He gains 20% in one chair. He loses 12% in the other chair. How much does he gain or loss in the whole transaction? 520% loss and gain and 12%. It should be gain. It should be gain. So we can discard this one. Either in this two. Okay, let's see. Okay, so over here the selling price of the first chair is 500 and gain is 20%. Cost price is what? So 100 into the selling price divided by 100 plus profit. So solving this one, you got this one. And I am trying to find the cost price of the second chair. 100 into selling price divided by 100 minus loss percentage. If it is gain, it's plus gain, and it is minus loss, it's minus. You got the cost price is this one. Selling price of the both chair is 500 plus 500,000. And what is the cost price of both chair? Add this equation, add this one, cost price of first chair plus cost price of second chair. So you got this one, you got this equation. What is the net gain? Net gain is equal to selling price minus cost price. So 1000 minus this one, solving this one, I got this one. Okay, so you got, like, this is a formula for gain percentage. Gain percentage is equal to net gain divided by the cost price. So into 100. Solving this equation, you got the answer as 1.5% as a gain. Let's move on to the next question. 21, 22, 21, 23, 22, 24, 23. Over here 22 minus 1 is 21, 21 plus 2 should be 23, 23 minus 1 22, 22 minus 1 plus 2, minus 1 plus 2, minus 1 plus 2. So that's the pattern. So solving this equation, you'll be getting the answer as minus 1 plus 2, it should be 23. So series in the pattern of okay, what number should come next is the answer question. So 24 minus 1 plus 2, 25 minus 1, 23 plus 2. So this is the final one, right? 23 plus 2, you got 25. That's the answer. Find out which part of the sentence has an error. Not only the bandits robbed the traveler of his purse, but also wounded him grievously. Okay, so over here the sentence having an error, this is how it should be. So the answer is A is the answer. The modifier not only has been placed incorrectly, so that's the tricks or tips. What is typecasting in Java? Typecasting is a converting into another type is called typecasting. Over here you are able to see I got my variable x is equal to 10. And x I convert into byte and stored it in the value y. That's how your typecasting is. Typecasting is of two types. Converting into type into a particular data type is of two types. One is implicit, the other one is explicit. Implicit in the sense I got I is equal to 100, L long is equal to I. So automatically the integer is going to enter or place in this long, and I got I variable, I can place it in float. This is called implicit. Okay, over here what I am trying to do is like I convert this D into long and assign it. Over here automatically it's taking care, but here I am trying to manually do it. This they call it as explicit or narrowing casting. Okay, over here I got my variable, convert to integer and place it here. So these areas, everything is listed in this particular URL. Just go and watch it, and here is our YouTube channel. Okay, now let's move on to the 18th question. What is JDBC in Java? It's Java database connectivity. I got a Java application and I got the database. So I need the intermediate person to connect it. They call it as Java database connectivity. So Java database connectivity will have the JDBS API. It's got a driver manager to connect it. Okay. Over here I got the database, and here is the ODBC. I got the JDBC and ODBC bridge, and this is a drive manager and data source. This is JDBC API and your application is here. This is how your JDBC will be. What is agile testing? Agile testing in the sense, see, I got a big product, divide it, take the product, develop it, test it, develop it, test it, develop it. So doing parallelly is referred to as agile testing. So refers to the software testing practice. Agile testing means testing software for defects or any other issue quickly within the context of agile. Okay, they call it as agile testing. Okay, so the tester's role lies not in identifying defects in the application, but in behaving as a developer and bringing in improvement, suggestion and test cases to include the application. So test plan for agile, these are the test plans available, just make a note of it. And I got my iterations, release and everything like this is the fourth stage of life cycle of agile testing strategy. Let's move on to the next question. It's the question number 20, is software development life cycle, SDLC. What is software development life cycle? So it's nothing but I'm developing a software. Okay, so I want to develop a software. In the case, I'll be doing lots and lots of I got a planning, requirement analysis, software designing, software development, software testing and deployment. So they call it as software development life cycle. So they have varieties of software technology, like a life cycle is there. One is like waterfall model. From one thing it will move on here, from here move on here, it will go on. That I call it as waterfall model. And over here we got V model. So requirements, while doing it, start doing the testing. While doing it, start doing this one. Start doing it, like while doing it, start doing this one. They call it as a V model. Agile testing in the sense in parallel, so split the process and test it immediately, they call it as agile technology or agile testing. And these are some of the like techniques available. Over here we got waterfall. So I got the requirement, get the requirement and go for designing. Go for designing, finish the designing, go for coding. After finishing the coding, go for testing. After testing the product, go for maintenance. This is how your waterfall model is. And here this is called incremental approach model. Divide the entire process into multiple things and do it in parallel. Okay, divide into groups at the start of the project itself. They call it as incremental approach model. And here is the V model. Okay, the phase is planned in parallel. You are able to see it here. The phase is planned in parallel. They call it as V model. And here is the final agile model. Agile model in the sense a continued interaction of a development team and a testing team will be there. So if there is any issue, solve it. If there is any issue by tester, solve it by developer. They call it as agile technology or agile model. Here is the software development life cycle. So requirements collection, requirements gathering, check out the feasibility, design the thing, coding it, testing it and installation and deployment and finally maintenance. Okay, so here is the like a requirements. So gather the requirement, that's the phase 1. After getting the requirement, go for feasibility study, economically, legally, option feasibility, operations, technical feasibility and schedule feasibility, everything check it. Once if it is ready, go for the designing phase in designing the forms and everything. Okay, pakka designs. And after designing it, automatically go for coding the parts and test the product, and afterwards deploy the things into the customer's machine and go for maintenance. If there is any bugs, fix it, go for enhancement or upgrading the project. These things are called as like a software testing life cycle. Let's move on to the database management system. What is DBMS? DBMS is the intermediate person who is between the database and the application. They will take care of defining the data, recording the data, querying the data, updating the data and managing the data. Everything is managed by an individual person or a single person called database management system. So what is the advantage of database management system? So points of interest. Okay, DBMS utilizes to all over the place where you need to store information. Okay, on the other end it will be like the enhanced information sharing. It got a detailed like an advanced capability of like information sharing, information security. So they got lots and lots of security features to protect the data. On top of it, better information coordination. Okay, so your data is coordinated and clearly visible and you are able to extract it perfectly. Finally, enhanced information. Okay, so you are able to get the information as much as you can from this relational database management system. And DBMS will take care of this one. Enhance the basic leadership, expanded in client efficiency. Now let's talk about multi-threading. So if there is a process, automatically via parallel execution, it will be given as a threads and everything will be executed. They call it as multi-threading in Java. Okay, so executing multiple threads simultaneously is called as multi-threading. You're able to see you got a main thread and I got a thread A, thread B and thread C, and there will be a switching operation happening here. They call it as multi-threading concept. If we talk about the multi-threading, it will perform multiple operations at the same time, save time and independent. Let's move on to the linked list. Linked list is nothing but, so from a node move to the next node. From there I move to the next node. They call it as linked list. Considering I got a C drive. In the C drive I went to the folder Venkat, I went to the folder Krishu, I went to the folder ABC. I want to go back to Venkat folder. Yes, you can do it. They called it as a linked list, a circular linked list. From top to, like front to top, like from left to right you can go, from right to left you can go back anywhere. They call it as a linked list. Linked list is a derived data type. The reason is like you are able to store an integer in the list. Okay, they call it as derived data types. So linked list will be like so it will be having iterable extends collection, among that list is there, among that abstract sequential list is there, and you got the linked list here. Okay, so it can contain duplicate values, maintain insertion data, is non-synchronized, and manipulation is real fast. Okay, so linked list. So linked list, Java linked list program will extend abstract sequential list. Okay, so in case of doubly linked list, we can add or remove elements from both the sides. Okay, here is the linked list class definitions, declarations, and over here you got the description of the constructors. So constructors of Java linked list is this one. Okay, and here is the detailed methods of Java linked list. Okay, these are the methods available. Just try to remember some of the things. Okay, here is the program. So I got my Java program linked list. So it's a kind of a generics string. AL, so give some name, is equal to new linked list. I'm trying to Ravi, Vijay, Ajay, everything I've added. Iterator, string ITR. So I want to iterate the string. So I want to iterate the linked list. So I'm creating an iterator, which is an iterator for this AL. Automatically this iterator will try to traverse it and will give all the Ravi, Vijay, everything. So this is how your linked list adding and traversing is happening. Let's move on to the very different question. What is the difference between C++ and Java? C++ is a object oriented programming, a partial object oriented programming. Java is a purely object oriented programming. Okay, it works in the concept of byte code, and apart from that, Java can be executed in multiple platform. C++ you can't do it. Okay, let's move on here. So I got my source code, preprocessor, hash include, stdio.h, everything is there. Add it, go to the compiler, compile it, and add the linkers if you want, and finally execute the program. They call it as C++. Over here I got this source code, Java compiler, it is converted to bytecode, and you'll be having Java virtual machine. Okay, this is executable machine code, and this one is Java virtual machine. It will execute in multiple environments. And here is the difference. It's platform dependent and platform independent, and it's used for system programming, for application development, web, everything is there. It supports go to statement, doesn't support. Supports operator overloading, does not support. Support multiple inheritance, it doesn't have multiple inheritance. In turn, it got interfaces. It support pointers, and it is uses compiler only. It uses a compiler and an interpreter, because after compiling the data based on the environment, the program will get interpreted, the bytecode will get interpreted. So you need a compiler and an interpreter. So this is the final question. What is accessor and mutators in Java? Okay, what is access and mutators? See, actually, like I got like a Venkat as a person, I logged into the system. I gave username and password. The next page I got welcome Venkat. How it comes? In the case we need a variable which store the username of this guy and show it in the next page. For that we need a variable called getSet methods. Here is the getSet methods. Okay, so you'll have accessors and you'll be having mutators. Accessor is get name, and it will try to get the data. Okay, retrieve the data of the field are called accessors. You're able to see it here. This is called as accessors. Okay, so this is the one. So thing.name is the variable, thing is a class name dot variable you're able to access in any forms. See, I logged in into one form. I went to my Gmail. I gave my username and password. Welcome Venkat. My username is Venkat. In that case, in the second page, in the inbox, welcome Venkat. Go to sent item, welcome Venkat. How they are doing? Inbox page dot username is the access specifier or accessor which you will be using. So in the second page, like a login page dot username, login page dot username. So this is the one. Thing dot name will be returning the variables. So this is how you will be storing the data. To retrieve the data, you will be having the value like this. This is how. Okay, set name. So they call it as get, and this one is set. Okay, this is how. So this is to modify the data or put the value in it. This is called accessor and mutators in Java programming. That's it. Our company Kasha Infotech, we are providing lots and lots of in-plant training and internship for the degree people, like a completed people, studying people, freshers, experienced people. Apart from that, we got lots and lots of courses conducted like in our company. It's a weekday and weekend courses, and you can contact me at this number. We got thousands of videos in our YouTube channels. These are all YouTube channels. Just go and watch it, and if you love it, please subscribe to our channel and click this bell icon. And finally, so the motto of this particular video is to transform the society, to help the people to get job. All the variables, if you need any doubts, put it in the comment section and you can contact at any time. Thank you. This is Venkat signing out.